Hello, it's Philip Taylor speaking from Richmond Green Chambers, and I'm looking today at a series of books, and this one is from Lexcel. It's actually part of the Practice Management Standards volumes from the Law Society Publishing. This one is called Lexcel's Risk Management Toolkit. Very light book, about 70 pages. You've got the contents there. Then you've got a whole range, you've got a very useful glossary at the back and a CD-ROM. You've got a whole range of chapters and headings, including with each chapter annexes with forms and various other things, really effectively checklists. There's some blurb on the back which you get an idea of. I think this is a very good book. It's very much a part of the type of books that we need to have in the second decade of the 21st century. This is what we've actually said. We've given it the title, For the Busy Law Practice, the Basics of Risk Management in accordance with Lexcel's 4.1 rule. And there's an accompanying CD-ROM. And we say this about the book. Risk management is at the heart of good business practice and pertains especially to firms of solicitors operating as they do in a tightly regulated yet consistently changing business environment. Indeed, as the Law Society observes in this particular toolkit, effective risk management is a fundamental requirement in running a successful legal practice. Of course, we all know that. Sometimes we wish we didn't, but I'm afraid that's the way it is. How fortunate then for the busy practice that this toolkit is now available as part of the Lexcel Toolkit series, in which there are a number of them which have come along, one of which is now in the second edition. It's interesting and of course very useful to look very clearly at this toolkit and some of the other ones in the series, such as the Business Continuity Planning Toolkit. It's produced in a handy paperback format with the CD, which I've mentioned, which is actually at the back here. And the toolkit, we think, helps to manage the three levels of risk which have been identified by Lexcel's 4.1, namely the strategic risk, operational risk, regulatory risk areas. Strategic risk, of course, involves those risks which threaten or undermine your business success. Operational risks arise from work conducted by your business, and of course regulatory risk refers obviously to your compliance with regulations which govern your profession. The toolkit has some very useful action plans, strategic reviews, risk registers and all sorts of other things. That's just one example of the analysis form that they have. So really it's a guide as to what you might be looking for as you are taking your particular firm in a direction. So with all this in mind, the toolkit is designed to help you put in place policies and practices which will effect change for the better, and it's very much part of what the Law Society recommends as the way forward. And with the CD, it includes a risk management policy itself and risk data analysis forms, which I've just shown. Do notice that, of course, Lexcel produce this risk management toolkit together with a whole range of other materials, and I think they all run very nicely together and will be of use to you and your staff for the future. So thank you very much to Law Society Publishing and Lexcel for a very useful toolkit. Bye bye.